I think people were stunned at the hurricane, and it's the little things that you don't think about. People think of the food, they think of housing, but no one thinks, how are you going to wash your clothes?
Come on, can you help? I brought towels, blankets, socks,
sheets, and pillowcases.
You just don't feel human without clean clothes.
Tide Loads of Hope is a free laundry service that provides clean clothes for families affected by disasters. Together, we can provide loads of hope. Visit us on Facebook to see our efforts in Haiti.
Come see what's new at Long John Silver's. We're serving your seafood favorites.
At half the price you'd expect.
with the come-as-you-are attitude.
After 40 years, we're your seafood experts. At Long John Silver's, we speak fish.
While others are content to imitate, we'll continue to innovate. The Lexus RX. Why settle for a copy when you can own the original? See your Lexus dealer.
Truth is, if you don't have your motorcycle insurance where you have your car insurance, you're paying too much. At Allstate, when you combine, you save up to 30%. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects the rider better than Allstate.
Oh yeah, we really loved our old washer.
Honey, it's doing it again!
But all good things must come to an end.
And that's when Andrea here hooked us up.
I just let them know that nobody beats our prices and that we could deliver the next day for free.
And Lowe's even, hauled away the old one.
I'm really gonna miss that old thing.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, yeah.
Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together. Come to Lowe's and get 10% off Samsung major appliances.
On TV, on your computer, on your phone, the source for weather. The Weather Channel. Now you're local on the 8s.
Professional golfers had to battle Mother Nature at yesterday's PGA Tour event in Tucson, Arizona. One round of the Accenture World Match Play had already been moved up to Saturday as tournament officials feared snowy conditions today. That's panned out. While players also saw high winds and chilly conditions during yesterday's 2 rounds. And one of the golfers wore something he called a snood. It was a combination of a scarf and a hood, and you needed it. He's from England, by the way, or from Europe somewhere. Anyway, he's used to those kind of weather conditions when it came to golfing. Solid. Is that what you said?
Scotland.
He's from Scotland. Close. All right, let's take a look at what's happening here today. It will be windy. Yesterday, very windy in Arizona. Today, it's in New Mexico. Texas, West Texas especially, wind gusts could approach 75 miles per hour. That could blow over a tractor trailer. So heads up on that for travelers heading westbound on 10 on 20. Now, the winds themselves are going to pick up east as we head through today into tomorrow. We're going to be a strong southerly wind first out ahead of our system, bringing up warmth and moisture. And moisture could lead to flooding. Here's Eric with more on that.
Yeah, we're getting to that time of the season where you have melting snow, you have heavier rain systems, and that can lead to flooding, not just of the streams, but of the urban variety as well. Scenes like these where folks all the time, we see them drive through the rain, and that is just the worst idea in the world, folks. All the time we see people getting into trouble with situations like that. This is the rain that we have seen over the past week. That's a whole area of 2 to 4 inch rainfall. And you can see that western Kentucky region where, of course, we had tragedy last week because of those floodwaters. So we've already seen dangerous conditions so far this season. This is what we have from the National Weather Service in terms of flood watches. They're in effect from Cleveland over to Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Louisville, and all the way down to Memphis as well. Keep in mind, it's not just the rivers, it's the streets as well. And those small streams, they react to the rainfall the quickest. The water can come up very quickly and it goes down very quickly as well. The larger streams take longer. Now we take a look at what we're expecting in the forecast. Big swath here of 1 to 2 inch totals, locally 3 inch amounts. So flooding a real concern. And when you get to the northern end of that band, that's where you have melting snow into the mix as well. Jen, over to you.
Well, now on to one of the more popular video clips on YouTube these days. It shows Brian Solari and Kathy Moore attempting to take a wedding photo when they get slammed by a huge wave. Well, some background for our viewers. This video was actually submitted to us at the Weather Channel as an eyewitness video, but we found out that someone had illegally cut and edited out of Kathy and Brian's real YouTube video, and it's gone viral. Well, joining us now is Brian and Kathy, the wave-swept bride and groom from Cloverdale, California. Thanks for joining us again and coming back. So, some background for our viewers. Your wedding from start to finish, and 2 days even after the wedding, taking pictures, was affected by the weather. Your wedding itself, you had rain, you had wind. Tell us about your wedding day.
Well, it was definitely a wedding day to remember. The rain, it was coming down hard, wind. Luckily, we had enough people there to help out and get the wedding going.
Yep, we managed to pull it off.
So I saw the YouTube video, and you had these tents set up. I mean, were the tents even able to hold the 2+ inches of rain you got?
Well, the manufacturer did not. They said that it wasn't recommended, but we did it.
And it worked.
And it worked.
So we had multiple tents, and we had we jimmy rigged and duct taped some gutters between them, and it worked pretty well. And then we had the base of them held down with buckets of sand, and it worked out okay.
All right, I know there were some drips though on some of the people at their tables, but I think everyone really played along. Smiles on everyone's face all day long. Yeah, were you guys ever just had it with the weather?
We just took it as it came, and there was nothing we could do about it, so we figured we may as well laugh.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it. It made for a very unique wedding.
Oh, and your video is fantastic. Kathy and Brian, we wish you all the best. We hope you get to go on a good honeymoon with good weather the entire way. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. And coming up, we'll have more on flu season. Eric has that.
That's right. Well, I don't have the flu, actually. I just have a little bit about the flu. We have a doctor who's going to talk all about it. Are we at the end of the season, or is there still more of a long way to go? We're also talking about allergy season and some preventative tips for the spring season, which has started early in some parts of the country. We're also going to continue to track the threat of severe weather that's set to strike later on today. We're talking about a situation that's going to happen very rapidly and move eastward very rapidly. All the details straight ahead on Weekend View. Keep it here.
I thought it was over here.
I've been looking and looking my whole life through, trying to find my way back to you, 'cause I love you.
Our outback always gets us there. Sometimes it just takes us a little longer to get back.
'Cause I love you, I do.
What's small, red, powerful, and helps support cardiovascular health? Mega Red Omega-3 Krill Oil from Schiff. Unlike fish oil soft gels, Mega Red soft gels are small and easy to swallow with no fishy smell or aftertaste. Try Mega Red today.
Today, we're going to surprise people with the taste of Activia.
There you go, strawberry and vanilla. Thank you.
That's good.
Wow, this is really good.
Great flavor.
It's really creamy. It's really tasty.
Oh, wow.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's Activia.
It's delicious. Really?
Were you surprised that that's Activia yogurt?
I am shocked. I thought it would have like a little bit of an aftertaste. It's really yummy. It's delicious. It's hard to believe it's that good for you. That's so good.
Try the fabulous taste of Activia today. Taste it, love it, or it's free.
Activia. I love working with animals, but my allergies put me in a fog.
So now, I'm Claritin Clear.
Claritin works great on all my allergies, like dust, mold, pollen, or pets, without making me drowsy.
Because I want to be alert around this big guy. Live Claritin Clear, indoors and out.
Cop
the fun of photography. It's just the adventure of getting there. It just makes you appreciate how beautiful a place the world is. Really realise how insignificant you are. Life couldn't get any better.
You are you. You are also your Social Security number, your credit card numbers, even the equity in your home. To a criminal, stealing just one piece of your identity can be enough to wreak havoc on your life. That's why you need LifeLock, working to help to protect all of you. We aggressively patrol your identity every second of every day, unlike credit monitoring that only tells you after your identity has been stolen. With LifeLock, as soon as we spot a threat to your identity within our network, our advanced ID alert system directly notifies you, helping to protect your identity before you become a victim. And because not all identity theft can be stopped, LifeLock backs our service with a $1 million guarantee. Try LifeLock free for 60 days. Just remember, trial 60. If you're not completely satisfied, notify us and you won't pay a cent. Order now and also get this document shredder free. Call 1-800-601-5104 or go to lifelock.com to try LifeLock free for 60 days. That's 1-800-601-5104. LifeLock service guarantee cannot be offered to residents of New York.
Great stories, great shows. The Weather Channel. Time for excitement. And now, your local on the 8s.
Difficult time of year health-wise, with the end of flu season meeting the start of allergy time, and colds are still prevalent. So you may feel bad, but how do you know what you have? Dr. Sandy Freihofer, Clinical Associate Professor of Medicine from Emory University, here to tell us. Dr. Sandy, good morning. Thanks for coming back again. Let's talk about flu season. Isn't it over by now?
It's not over. And in fact, there's still 44 states that have widespread flu activity. So it usually peaks January, February, sometimes can go on until March, April, May. We're not out of the woods yet.
So if you didn't get a flu shot, should you?
You should. It's late because it takes 2 weeks to build up antibodies, but there still is vaccine available. So talk to your doctor. A lot of the local pharmacies have it. And if you do get one now, you'll get a good start for next year. We're using the same formulation next year. And the match between the circulating strains and the flu vaccine this year is great. So
does anyone need to get revaccinated with the flu vaccine, like if you got it, August or September of last year?
No. Each season you need one vaccine in general for adults. But if you get one now, even though next year's formulation will be the same, you'll still need to get another one in the fall.
All right. So when it comes to flu versus cold, how do you tell the difference? You don't want to go to the doctor if you have a cold, but how do you know?
Well, this time of year it is tricky because a lot of times people have colds every end of February, beginning of March, particularly here in Atlanta, when
with
sometimes
allergies.
we have some of these warm weather.
Oh,
and
the
that
spring
could,
fever cold. Yes, we all have that one.
And so that could be allergies instead of really a cold. But one of the big things is fever. If you have fever, you don't have allergies. It's either cold, flu, or bacterial infection. Sometimes your doctor can do some flu tests to figure out if you have flu. If you've had the flu shot, that's also a helpful reminder that it might not be flu. However, flu shots are not 100%. I had several patients patients that did come down with flu that did get a shot, they weren't as sick as they would have been otherwise. So it's not 100%. If you think you have flu, call your doctor. You may be a candidate for antiviral therapy, which needs to be given in the first 1 or 2 days after you start having symptoms.
Just real quick, if you have the flu, can you take any of this over-the-counter stuff?
Sure, but you know, one thing, if you have the flu, you want to make sure you don't pass it to others. So it's best to stay home.